Hey, my friends, today's workout is all going to be body weight. It's going to be a little bit longer though, and it's going to focus mostly on the back side. You will get a little bit of chest and quads too, but it's going to be very effective, and we like effective, right? The only thing you're going to need is access to like a low table, like a coffee table, or I'm going to be using my Bosu ball. You can use a step, something like that, because we're going to target those hamstrings with some hip lifts. You can do them on the floor if you have lower back pain. You don't even need to have something that's elevated. It's completely fine. So that's all you're going to need. Piece of cake, right? So as long as you have your body, you're good to go. It's going to be a rep scheme of 40, 30, 20, 10. We're going to do 40 lunges. That means 20 each leg. Hey, we're going to fire up. This is going to be effective. Then we're going to go to some hamstring lifts or hip lifts. Then we're going to work on some backside with some beach ball squeezes. And then we're going to go just to 10 push-ups. Okay. Then we're going to go into some core after we do a couple more rounds of the first part. You're excited? I hope I haven't scared you off, but this is for those clients of mine who are very excited about working out and love a good workout, but you want to be able to do it anywhere at any time because you can do this while you're traveling. You can do it in your hotel room. Okay, you guys ready? Let's start with a warm up. We'll start with that kick across because it feels so good. Oh boy. So I hope you're well and I hope you're having a great day so far. And like I always say, but I'm going to say it again, good job for showing up today because there's lots of other things you can do, but you chose your health. Good job. Okay, let's go that heel tap. Oh, that's nice. Belly button to spine, back nice and tall. And anybody else just love this stretch right here? Just me? Oh, okay. And now we're going to go quad stretch, chest stretch. Good. So, how is everything else? Like, how's your sleep? Are you getting enough sleep every night? Good. Kicking it out. I learned the hard way how not getting enough sleep really messes your body up. So I hope you're getting enough sleep. I was trying to burn the candle at both ends and it all it got dangerously low on both ends. So I learned my lesson. And now let's go to a punch across. Oh, that's nice too. Good. And how's your eating? Huh? Hopefully we're going to reach across. Hopefully your choices are on the healthy side the majority of the time, meaning it needs to be a food that God made, not man made, 90% of the time. And let's go to inner thighs because health starts with food more than just moving your body. Moving your body is important, but so is what you put inside of your body. Ah, that's nice. Inner thighs, huh? Good. And now one more each side. We're going to go to some shoulders. So we're swimming. Let's go that backstroke first. Get some mobility going through there. And we'll go forward. Front crawl, freestyle, whatever you want to call it. Depending on what you were taught. Good. Okay, now we're going to go lower back stretch. So you can sweep the floor and come up, or if you need to brace your hands on your knees to stretch, you can do that too. Oh boy. Who just needed this warm up today, right? Oh, okay. Now we got to start getting those muscles a little bit warmed up. I'm going to go start with a shallow squat. So shallow squat Come up on those toes. Reach those hands back. Start stretching through your chest in a different way. Good. Shallow Scott. We're not going super deep yet. Come up on those toes though. Start warming up through those calves too. Good. This should start making that heart rate come up a little bit too. 7, I think. 8, 9, and 10. Okay, great. Now we're going to go to a lunge with a little twist. So a shallow lunge. We're not going deep yet. Step back with your left and then lean your upper body to the right. You're going to get an amazing stretch through your hip flexor, maybe even your TFL if it's tight. Good. Switch sides. Step back with the right. Lean to the left. Because if we sit a lot, that definitely needs stretched out. So we'll do it one more time each side. And it's also helping to warm up through glutes, hamstrings, and quads for those lunges that we're going to be doing. Good. Okay. Plank walkout. So you're just going to go walk out into a plank. Hold for just a little bit. In order to stretch and warm up through your back just a little bit, I want you to go to a downward dog and push your hips to the sky, heels to the floor, and it'll warm up through your middle part of your back. So plank, downward dog, plank, downward dog. Great. And now we'll slowly walk those hands back to our feet and roll up. Cool. Let's get shoulders. So we're going to do 10 rotations forward. Pull those shoulders down away from your ears and then 10 to the back. Just warm up through those shoulders a little bit. Good. Okay, now, good mornings. Elbows back, fingertips behind your ears. You're just going to send your hips back like you're going to be doing a deadlift. Slight bend in your knees, and you're going to keep your chest, pulling your elbows back, chest up. So we're not rounding here. You got to pull your shoulder blades together. We want to start warming up through those hamstrings. Good. If this is too much on that lower back, then brace your hands on your knees. Okay, but try to do these with those elbows up. Pull that belly button, spine. One more. And great job. Okay, good. Let's start with a little jog just to get the heart rate going a little bit more. And then we'll start that workout. Oh, you're excited. I'm excited. Because working out is such a gift. It's a gift. Okay, let's jack it out. We're just going to do 20 here. Good. 10 more. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay, now we're warm. Now we're ready. We're going to start with 40 lunges, 20 each leg. Ready? Ready? Okay, let's do it. Alternating lunges. So you have the choice, option of going forward, but that can be a lot on your knee joint. You need to step out far enough that your knee isn't going past your toe. If this is too much on your knee joint, then what I want you to do is do a reverse lunge. So step backward, and that is way easier on the joint. I'm counting those first lunges we did. So I think this is 14, 15. So here's the deal. Please keep your shoulders over your hips so that you're not leaning forward. Draw your belly button into your spine, and that will help to keep that core, like train your core to go in rather than out. Good. I think we have 10 more. Is that right? You guys know me and my counting. Oh boy. Well, you're starting to feel those legs, right? Good. And we're almost there. One more each leg, I think. We're good with that being one more each leg, right? Okay. Okay, next we're going to do some beach balls. So I want you to pretend that you have a beach ball, your palms face each other, shoulders down and back, and we're going to squeeze that beach ball 30 times. 5, 7, 8, 9. So you're going to start feeling middle back working and triceps. Yeah, hopefully. Here's 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, done. Hopefully you felt some back there. We're going to go to the floor, and I'm also hoping that your heart rate lowered. So let's go to the floor. You can either do this just heels. So what you're going to do is a pelvic tilt. You're going to push your lower back into the floor. Start with your legs straight, then slightly bend them, and then do that pelvic tilt. So you don't want your legs straight, but you don't want your feet planted either. You're just going to dig your heels into the floor. Now you can put your heels on a step or a coffee table or something like that. But same thing, pelvic tilt, lower back in the floor, toes to the ceiling, and then you're just going to lift and lower. So you're going to keep that pelvic tilt as you lift and lower. When your feet are elevated, it affects your lower back more. So if it really bothers your lower back, then just keep your heels on the floor and lift and lower that way, but keep that pelvic tilt. So we're going to do 20 of these. I think that's 6, 7, 8, but you should be feeling those hamstrings lighting up. Oh, yeah? Yeah, okay, good. Told you we were working some back of the body today. Awesome. 4 more. Here's 4, 3, feel those hamstrings. Oh boy, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, now we're going to flip it over into a push-up. So if you need to stand and go to like a table or a desk or something like that, please do. You can do push-ups on the knees, push-ups on the toes, but we're just going to do 10. The goal is to try to keep your eyeballs looking at the mat in front of you and try to get your chest to touch the floor. Nice straight line from your head to your tailbone. I think that's 6, 7, 8, 9, and done. Okay, now you're ready. Feeling warm for round 2. Ready? We're going to start with those lunges again. So here we go. Back tall, abs engaged. Awesome. I got to see you guys. Turn this way. And lunges work glutes too. They help you with your balance. And they bring your heart rate up. Maybe you're noticing that. So abs tight. Focus on doing a core workout while you're here. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging for your heart rate, you can put those hands behind your head or your ears. Here's 24, 25. Doing good. You're on the downhill slide. Hey, quads, right? We only have 10 left. You want a big challenge? Take those arms overhead. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and oh, one more because I started on that leg. There we go. Now we're done. Beach ball time. So we're going to go a little bit slower because I want to make sure you feel those muscles working through that back. So palms face each other, shoulders down and back, abs engaged. Here we go. Squeeze, 2, 3, 4. Trying to get 6 back muscles working here. Yeah, is it working? Hopefully. 20 more. Heart rate's hopefully coming down too. But really squeeze your shoulder blades. Good. Big beach ball. Oh, 10 more. Here's 10, 9, squeeze, shoulders down and back, 8, 7. You have to be very intentional about getting that back activated. 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay. Going to those hamstring hip raises on the floor, heels in the floor, pelvic tilt, knees slightly bent, toes to the ceiling. We're going to lift and lower for 20 here. So keep that pelvic tilt. So you want to push your lower back, make sure it's going in the floor with each rep. Good. You are working some glute too, if you didn't notice, but it's also hamstring. So the hamstring is going to engage with those toes to the ceiling. You're almost done. Here's 5 left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay, good. Need a little knee hug really fast. Excellent. Now we're going to flip over and do those push-ups. We're just going to do 10 though. So if you need to jump up and go to a chair or a desk or something, please do. But we're going to do 10. Nice straight line from head to heel, or head to tailbone anyway. And trying to get that chest to touch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay. Now, you guys need water? You doing okay? Let's do water just in case. Okay, you ready? One more round of those, and then we're gonna go into some abs. Your body ready? I hope so. If you're getting wobbly legged, like your quads are like so shaky, then cut it off here. Fast forward to the ab part, and then do this workout fairly regularly, and you'll notice that you'll be able to make it through the workout no problem. Okay, we're gonna do one more round, and then we're gonna go to abs. Ready? Ready? So we're gonna start with those 40 lunges again. Right, here we go. You know the drill. Back tall, abs engaged. And if you want to go here or here, you can. Who knew that lunges could be so effective with heart rate? You're getting quads, obviously, but you're also getting glutes and a little bit of hamstring balance, cardio. It's so great, right? Okay, now you're halfway done. And these will help you a lot. This is good functional training move because your stairs, these are good for stairs. We have 10 more. Trying to get off the floor, these are good for getting off the floor. So 6, 5, climbing, hiking, these are good. One more each leg. Good, and done. Okay. Oh yeah, beach balls. So shoulders down, pull them back, abs engaged, knees slightly bent. We're gonna pulse that beach ball. So here's 1, to squeeze your shoulder blades a lot, a lot, because you want to work through that back. And a third of the way. Good. Let that heart rate come down a little bit before we lay down. Halfway done. Squeeze. Be intentional with this move. A lot of times when you're doing body weight, you have to be intentional and think about it, because the dumbbells aren't doing anything for you. We don't have dumbbells, so you got to use your muscles to make the workout work. Good. 2 and 1. We go to the floor for those hip lifts, hamstring working. So toes to the ceiling, heels only, not bottom of your feet. Pelvic tilt so that lower back is flat on the floor, and then we're going to lift and lower. We're doing 20 of these. Great. Lift those hips high. If you're not feeling too much hamstring, straighten those legs a little bit more. You just don't want to lock them out. And if you're only feeling glutes, or if it's hurting your lower back, then bring those heels closer to your glutes, closer to the body, and that will help your lower back a lot. Oh boy, I think we have 6, 5. I'm sorry, I lost track. 4, 3, 2, and done. Knee hug. We flip it over, do those 10 push-ups, and then we go into core. So if you need to stand up to do these push-ups off of a surface, please do. So it's a little bit easier, but we're just going to do 10. Eyes looking at the mat in front of you, so you're not looking like a chicken. I think that's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, great. Good job. You made it through the first half of the workout. Now let's do core. So how core is going to look, we're going to do knees to nose. So that's going to work upper and middle ab with a little bit of lower ab. We're going to first do a lower ab activation though, just so it helps the movement. Then we're going to go to alternating bridge, single leg bridges. And then we're going to go flip over and do swimmers. 20 of each of those, and 3 rounds is the goal. Sound good? So on your back, pelvic tilt. Your lower abs should hopefully be engaged a little bit from the hip lifts we did, but your feet are planted. You're pushing your lower back flat into the floor, and you're tightening up your core like someone's going to tickle you. So your whole core is engaging right now, or at least your intrinsic core stabilizers, I should say, are engaging right now, and some lower ab. So we're going to hold here for another 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, now we're going to go into those knees to nose. So what that's going to look like is you can, if you're new to this, I want you to be aware of your lower back, all right? A little bit of instruction here just to keep you safe. Your hands are going to support, but I don't want you to push through your hands. The goal is to try to get your knees to your nose using your abs, not your hands. If your abs are still in development, then if you need to push through your hands or your elbows a little bit to help you, you can. So this is beginner position. Just do an isometric hold here. If you want to add movement, bring your knees to your nose. There. Now, if you want to make it challenging, do straight leg, heels to sky. Okay, so you have 3 different options there. Be aware of how your lower back is doing. 20 of these, whatever variation. If you're doing an isometric hold until you start feeling your quads. Take a break and then come back into it until we're done. If you Yeah, so 20 reps. Ready? Your choice. Here we go. Do whichever works for you. But when you come back down, push that lower back in the floor so that you're not straining your lower back. Good. 10 more. 10. 9. Now, when you come back down, your knees should never go past your hips. When your knees go past your hips like this, it could hurt your lower back. So keep those knees over your hips. Good. 6, 5, I think, 4, 3, almost done, 2, and done. Good. Okay, now bridges. So feet are shoulder width apart. You're going to do that pelvic tilt again. Maybe your lower abs are starting to get tired. And then what you're going to do is keeping that pelvic tilt, you're just going to lift your hips to what's comfortable. So you're not trying to go way up here because then it strains your neck and it's really weird posture. So pelvic tilt and just lift to where you can, as high as you can take those hips. You can stay here and just do an isometric hold. This works lower back and glutes, or if you want to do an alternating leg extension, please do. The goal is to keep your hips square. So you don't want a big hip shift when you're lifting that leg. If you cannot keep those hips square, stay with an isometric hold. Okay, but keep those hips as square as possible. We're just going to do 10 marches each side. Good. And I think we have 2 left each side. Maybe. And good. Okay, now you're going to roll onto your stomach. All right, so now we're going to go into swimmers. So that's the left your right arm and left leg and left arm and right leg. And we're just going to alternate there, 10 each leg, 20 total. Trying to get that knee as high off the floor as you can. And very controlled here. 10, 9, 8, good job. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Good job. Okay, let's go to a child's pose. Stretch out your lower back. Perfect. Now we get to go back on your back. Okay, so we're going to go back into that pelvic tilt for the knees to nose or heels to sky or an isometric hold, whatever you want to do, but keep that pelvic tilt, please. We're going to do 20. So here we go. I'm going to go heels to sky this time. When you come back down, your feet should not go past your hips, so you don't want to go that far. We got to keep that lower back flat on the floor when you come back down. Okay, good. Relax that neck as much as you can because it wants to help too. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Good. Plant those feet, going into a bridge. Iso hold if you want. Go ahead and pelvic tilt and lift. Now we're going to do alternating leg lifts if you want, keeping the hips square to your ceiling. So I'm going to do 10 each leg. But you don't have to. You can just do that by iso hold. 2. You'll get it. If this is super challenging, try bringing those feet a little bit closer together, and that might help with stabilizing through the hips. Good. I think we have 4 left, I think. 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay, good. Knee hug if you need, and then we get to flip over into swimmers. Okay, right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Here we go. 20 of them. We have one more round of the core after this, and then we stretch. Sound good? Oh, you're excited. We're halfway done. 10, 9, 8, 7. Knee as high as you can get it. Bicep by your ear. 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay, child's pose, just in case you need it. Feels really good anyway. But not too long because we're not cooling down yet. So back on your back. Okay, we're going to go to that isometric hold. So pelvic tilt, you can either stay here, knees to nose, or heels to sky. Whatever you want to do. Ready, ready? 20 of them. Here we go. If you want a big challenge, put your hands behind your head. And then you can't use any arm to help you. This is great for that middle and upper ab. And if you're keeping that lower back flat in the floor, you'll feel your lower back, your lower ab too. Doing good. 5 more, I think. No? Are we done? You guys know counting and talking is not my forte. Good. Let's plant those feet going into the bridge. So lower pelvic tilt, lower back flat on the floor. We're going to take those hips up. You can hold here if you want. If your lower back's getting tired, highly recommend that. If you want to go to that march, we're going to do 10 each leg. So leg extension. Keep those hips square to the floor. You don't want a big move shifting through your hip. So you can tighten up your core. That'll help. Driving the weight through your heels, not your toes on these. Good. Oh, we're doing so good. We're almost done, guys. And then we get to go to cool down. So here's 10, 9. Stretching is everybody's favorite word after a workout like this. Flat. Wait, is that 5, 4, 3? No. There's 3, 2, and 1. Okay, knee hug if you need. Stretch that lower back. And then we flip into a child's pose. Swimmers. And then a child's pose. Okay, so right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Here we go. Trying to get that bicep by your ear. Let those arms or shoulder by your ear. And leg as high off the floor as you can. Lots of backside today. Here's 10, 9, 8. Doing good. 7, 5, 4, 3. Good job. 2, and done. Yeah, you did it. High five. Let's stretch. We're going to start on your back. So pretend you're being pulled apart by your hands and your feet so you get a really nice big stretch through your core. Great. And now we're going to bend those knees, plant those feet. We're going to hamstring stretch that right leg. So pulling above or below the knee, but not at the back of the knee. Getting a nice stretch right here. Slight bend in the knees so you're not feeling any pull in the ligaments here. You just want it to be in your muscle. And rotate that ankle. Good. Nice job, guys. Fun little workout there. Okay, I think it's fun. Everybody else might be like, what? That was the worst workout ever. Okay, so cross your right ankle over your left knee. Drop your right hip. Push your right knee away. So this is going to be a nice stretch in that outer hip on the right side. Should feel really good if you have any tightness there. Could even go into your lower back too. Good. And now we're going to bring those hips back to center. Let your knees fall to the left. So you're still keeping that right ankle to the outside of the left knee, but you're letting your knees fall to the left. It's going to be a really nice glute stretch for you. Try to keep your shoulders, both shoulders on the floor, and it could be also a nice chest stretch for you. I mean, it could be that whole right side, like oblique, lower back, who knows? Everybody's a little tight in different places. Now we're going to extend that right leg out, and it's going to go into either the outside of your hamstring or deeper and shift where it's stretching through that right glute. Still trying to keep those shoulders on the ground though, or the floor. Now we're going to go on to your right side, and we're going to grab either your pant leg or your shoe or your foot and go into a quad stretch. So pulling your heel to your glute so you get a really nice stretch in that front of the leg. This might feel really good after all those lunges. Yeah? Okay, great. Excellent. Now we're going to roll back onto your back. And I don't know where to put this. Plant those feet. We're going to stretch that left hamstring. So now you're going to bring that left leg up, pulling above or below the knee, but not at the back of the knee. Slight bend in that knee if all you feel is a stretch here. You want it to be in the hamstring, not the knee. So slight bend in that, and just pull your leg closer to your chest. You can get that stretch where it needs to be. Good. And rotate that ankle. Feels good in that calf. Other direction or both directions. Good. Okay, now we're going to cross left ankle over right knee, drop the left hip, push the left knee away. Feels great. So this is outer hip on that left side if you have tightness there. Okay, good. Now we're going to bring those knees to center or hips back to center and let your knees fall to the right. So that's going to be lower back stretch. It could also be outer hip, glute, chest, wherever you're tight. I'm sure you'll feel a stretch here. Oh boy. And now go ahead and extend that left leg out, and it'll change where the stretch is in that glute, or maybe your lower back could be outside of that left hamstring. And now we're going to go to on your side for a quad stretch. So pulling your pant leg back, your shoe, your foot to your glute. Okay, good. Now there's one more we need to do for your glute. So back on your back, cross right ankle over left knee, and now reach between your legs, bring your left knee to your chest, driving your right elbow into the inside of your right knee. This is going to get through that small muscle in your glutes called the piriformis, and lunges can aggravate a piriformis if it's not used to it. Like, can make your piriformis talk to you. Doesn't have to, but some people it does. So we need to stretch that piriformis out. Shift your weight left to right. And now we'll relax that down and switch legs. Left ankle over right knee. Reach between your legs. Grab your right behind your right leg. Pull your left knee towards you or your left leg towards you. Drive your left elbow into the inside of your left knee. as you pull your leg towards you. Should be a really nice stretch deep into that glute. And if you're sore in your glutes tomorrow, do this stretch again. You can do it in bed before you wake up. But this helps your lower back too, the stretch. Just keeping that piriformis from being super tight. Okay, good. Use a leg to help you go to a seated position. Even though we didn't work our inner thighs, let's stretch our inner thighs. So I'm gonna go to that V sit. So, and we'll just lean forward to whatever is comfortable for you. If you're like me, I wonder why I don't stretch more because it feels so good, right? All right, let's flip over onto your stomach and we're gonna go dig those elbows into the floor, looking up at the ceiling. And this is a nice ab stretch here. So if you don't feel any ab stretching, keep your elbows where they are. Drive them into the floor, but pull them towards your hips, and you should feel a deeper stretch in your abs. So your elbows don't move, but you're pulling them towards your hips. And it'll be a nice deeper stretch. Great. Let's go to a child's pose. And reach those fingertips as high as you can. Take a nice deep breath. Really try to expand that rib cage. Exhale. Now what we're going to do is walk your hands to the right. Anchor your left wrist with your right hand and then shift your weight to the left. If you lift your left shoulder or drop your left shoulder, you might find some tightness where we worked today. Yeah? Feels good? Good. Now we're going to walk the hands to the left. Anchor your right wrist with your left hand. Shift your weight to the right, and then you can lift and lower your right shoulder. See if there's any tightness through there. Good. Okay. Hands and knees, downward dog, and then we're going to slowly walk the feet to the hands or the hands to the feet and roll it up one vertebrae at a time. All right, now shoulder stretch. So feels good. Yeah. Good job, guys. Hopefully you feel so magical now and your muscles are thanking you for the workout. Switching sides there because you did good. It's so exciting. Good. Let's go triceps. Could you work those a little bit with those beach balls? Other side. Isn't it amazing what you can do with just your body weight? It's amazing. What good workout you can get, right? Grab behind your back, round those shoulders back for a nice little chest stretch here. And we will do a deep breath in. Actually, no, we got to do one more. Sorry. Now, extend those arms, round those shoulders forward, and then you can lift your right shoulder up. And it'll work in those muscles from the beach ball too. Now switch shoulders. Good. Okay, now deep breath in. Now, you are done. Great job. I'll see you at the next workout and have a great day.